Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey everybody, live from Harlem in New York City. Guess what? This is the Ramble with me. I'm Alex Bennett. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, because right below his picture is his name, that's Chuck Farnham. Hello, Charles.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
It is me.
He lives in Nevada. He lives in where's it again?
I'm about 60 miles east of Reno.
And that is in a town called
Fallon.
Fallon.
It's where the Top Gun naval station is.
Oh, where they shot it? You mean?
No, where they test those airplanes and go on bombing runs every day.
Do you see them?
Yeah, you see them all the time.
So it
happens every day. They bring in full regiments of guys off boats and practice, dogfights and stuff.
So it's part of your atmosphere. You hear them all the time.
Yeah, it freaks people out when they see them for the first time. They're like, "What's going on up there?" And I'm like, "Well, the guy in the back is the teacher, and the two guys that keep flying over the top of each other are the guys learning."
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah, I guess. I hate those things. We used to have what do you call it? Navy Week in San Francisco.
Oh yeah.
And they would bring in the what were the Angels?
The Fleet Week. The Blue Angels.
Blue Angels. And they would fly right over my apartment.
Yeah.
Very low. And
really low.
But what they were doing, they're saying, well, what we're doing right now is this is a rehearsal for Sunday.
Right.
And I go, well, on Sunday, you're supposed to go out in the bay. You don't go over buildings. And they go, yeah,
right.
But we're testing it. And they're going past buildings and missing buildings by this much. And I'm going,
yeah.
That one of these days, that's not going to be too good.
No. Every once in a while, they lose a pilot.
Yeah, they do. They do. And I don't care.
You already know what you're doing up there.
Yeah, right.
Don't do it.
So anyway, what's new in your life? Anything that
this week. Well, no, I got it here.
Because there's a lot of excitement in Fallon. What'd you get?
Yeah. This week.
Oh, really?
Rib is back.
Well, it's not back here. I haven't seen any ads or anything.
No, it's not supposed to be back here. But I drove 120 miles yesterday and got one.
You really have nothing to do, right?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
really.
that's pretty
I mean, if you want a
pathetic.
McRib and you know where you can get it, you go.
Well, I make my own ribs. In fact, I'm going to go out and buy some today and make them over the weekend. I make great ribs.
See?
You should get one of my Ben rib sandwiches.
I had all that sex education class, and I didn't have home ec.
Did I ever make you ribs?
Huh?
Did I ever make you ribs?
So.
See, I made ribs at my apartment in San Francisco a lot.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, do you remember the time I burned the tip of my penis?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It took it like 3 months to heal.
Yeah.
Because in that part of your body, well, what happened was, here's what happened. How do I explain this without? Okay, I started cooking my ribs.
Was the skin a little loose?
No, I had been cooking my ribs.
Right.
Okay.
With clothes on?
No.
Ah.
I'm around the house. Sometimes I didn't wear clothes,
I rarely put pants on myself.
Now I've always got underpants on or a shirt like this,
Yeah. Why get dressed? You're not going anywhere.
No, I'm not going anywhere. But anyway, back in the day, I just did it kind of naked, So I'm cooking the ribs, and it takes 3 hours to do my ribs because they're slow cooked, all right?
Okay.
So they're really good. And fall off the skin off the bone many times, And so I was in. I had nothing to do because I was in that period of time where it took about an hour for it to cook before I
Right.
had to do something. And I'm in the bedroom, and as I did in those days, because I was still young, I think I was masturbating. And then
While
all
the
of a
ribs were cooking.
all of a sudden, my timer goes off and says, "You got to take the ribs and
gotta
baste
take the
them or
ribs out.
do something with them." So I go into the kitchen, and I'm naked, and I've still got like at least 3/4 of a erection, should I say?
Right. They don't go away.
They don't go away. At that age, they don't go away immediately. And many
Right.
times, if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to stand back from the toilet.
Exactly.
And then do a trajectory.
We've all been there. Yeah, you
You
kind of have to
know.
lean back.
It's a whole scientific thing. You have to know the trajectory of the arc
Right.
so that it goes into the toilet properly.
And why wasn't that taught in the old sex
That
ed
was never
class?
taught in sex
No.
education. So I
Freaking
had
useless.
this semi-erection, or pretty full actually. And I'm not bragging about myself and my whatever, but it was not small. Okay, so
Right.
it was protruding. All right.
Protruding. That's what we call it.
So I go into the kitchen, put on the oven mitts, pull out the rack, and it hits my penis.
Not good.
And I don't. Now I've got a burn on the tip
Right.
of my
A
penis,
real burn.
and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know why I did this, but I slathered it with butter.
Yeah. People, they put butter on burns. Back in
Well,
the day,
well,
that would be
that didn't work. Somebody told me ice in that case would have been appropriate.
Yeah, I would think back in the 50s.
I got
butter
a
was
I
the
got
thing.
a sore on the tip of my penis that lasted almost 3 months. Here's one of the reasons why. What happens when you put on a pair of pants and underpants? It gets very warm down there,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have time to heal. It
Do you have
took.
some big scar down there?
I had it for a while. I don't know. I haven't looked lately. You know.
I want to see my scar?
Yeah, and I couldn't have sex for like 2 months, 3 months.
Wow.
It was amazing. And finally, the scab fell off or something, and I was back in action. But that was the stupidest thing I ever did.
Yeah.
You know, the things do not come stupider than that particular
How were the
situation.
ribs that day?
Did I eat them? I'm trying to remember if I ate them. I probably ate them anyway, you know, because I love the ribs.
What are you going to do?
You know, but boy, was that. And then, I'll tell you off the air. There are disgusting parts of the healing process, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure the skin was.
Let me say this. If you slept on your stomach, it stuck to the sheets. And then you would turn over in the middle of the night and start bleeding like a stuck pig.
Nice.
This was, we probably lost every member of our audience right now discussing
Yeah,
this.
we're sorry about this, but, you know, maybe we're not sorry.
Yeah, well, to me, it's one of the more important stories of my life. I love that
I would think
story.
so,
I
yeah.
love that story, you know.
I used to, I did some stuff with Jim Gabbert, and one year he was having a Christmas.
Jim Gabbert, by the way, was a
TV20.
he owned TV20, but he also
Yeah.
had a radio station, and he was a major broadcaster. Good, he
Yeah.
hired me. I did a show for him. I was his.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he really nice guy, and
But he had me on there. I did his Christmas show, and they had me dressing up as a Christmas tree, and the whole show, all I did was turn to Jim and go, "Want to see my package?" And eventually, at the end of the show, I lifted up the tree and I had my penis in a little box.
wow,
And
yeah.
Jim put it behind his desk there at the station.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
a good guy.
Yeah, he was
Weirdo,
yeah.
weirdo like us, but a good guy.
Yeah, very good guy, and but he was gay,
Yeah,
and everybody kind of knew that. And,
I think so.
And
yeah.
when you go,
Still gay.
when you go there, they were painting the offices, and he had these really rather good-looking guys not wearing shirts, painting,
No, that was
painting
we,
the
we
walls.
did he did that Sleazy Arms Bar and Grill thing, and his boyfriend was always in the short shorts as the bartender.
Really? Oh, okay. See? Yeah.
So, and he
But
had that boat. He lived. Well, he's still alive. He lives on that yacht in
I've
Sausalito.
been on that boat. I was
Yeah.
on that boat. I went for a party there. He was a really nice guy, and he hired me to be captain. I can't remember what we called myself, but I hosted science fiction movies on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And at one point, somebody, the director or something, said, "Are you gay?" And I said, "No." He said, "Well, don't say that to anybody here. You might not have a show much longer."
Yeah.
You know, but he had a dog. I can't remember the dog's name. A big, like, wolf. Big giant Alaskan. I think Alaskan Husky. I don't know what he was.
Yeah, exactly. I think he did have an Alaskan Husky.
And
as
this
well.
dog was allowed to roam free throughout the offices.
Oh yeah, he was everywhere.
So I had this show, and it was a takeoff on every other show. I wasn't going to do a serious show, even though I was wearing this helmet with a propeller on top of it and everything. So I had this actually this hand puppet that I had owned for a while that was a rabbit, right? And so I used him on the show, Mr. Rabbit. Hi, Mr. Rabbit, and I would just do a parody of what you would do with a puppet, okay?
Yeah.
So one day I put the puppet down, and I'm going around the studio looking for something, and then I come back, and the rabbit's missing. And now I look over in the distance, and the dog's got the rabbit in his mouth. So I run over to the dog, and I pull on the rabbit. I say, "Give me back that rabbit, you little mutt." And everybody went, "Shh, don't do that.
No.
Don't put that dog down. Let him have your rabbit."
That dog
if he's happy with your rabbit, you let him have
That
it.
dog had a laminate as an employee.
Did he really?
Yeah.
But I loved Jim. I thought he was a terrific guy.
No, he's a good guy. I was in there one time with who's the guy who would run for president every year when there was an election? A comedian from the Smothers Brothers.
Pat Paulson.
Who?
Pat Paulson.
Yeah, Pat Paulson. So I come over there because I'm going to do something, and they go, "Why don't you just go in the green room and hang out?" So I go in the green room, and there's Pat Paulson, and he's running on the Mother's Cookies platform for president that year.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, who are you?" And I go, "Well, Jim just has me get naked and show my penis about 12:15 every morning here." And he's like, "Really?" He goes, "That's not a bad job." He goes, "I just run around the country claiming to be running for something." And so we spent about 2 hours just bullshitting about stuff and radio and you and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're taping the Sleazy Arms Bar and Grill, and Paulson just wants to relive the stories from the, when are we going to see Chuck's penis? When does that penis come out? And Gabbard's like, later. Don't you want to promote Mother's Cookies? He goes, "No." And he goes, "Where did you meet Chuck?" And he goes, "We just spent 3.5 hours together. We're like best friends now." And it was really sad because he used to text me until he passed away. We used to text each other all the time. And he kind of always started out with, "Have you had your penis out and showed it to people lately?" Pat Paulson, a legend.
Yeah, well, you weren't one to expose your penis that much.
Well, it was about.
I don't want people.
Jim had a problem with network television because he was part of the CW, censoring him, and they gave him this big report about what he could do and what he couldn't do, and there could be no male nudity until 12:01 a.m. So he decided to push the thing and had a countdown clock, and then had me get naked at 12:01 every time I was on.
Okay, all right.
He's a legend, that guy. I love Jim.
Oh, Jim.
And Pat, for that matter.
Jim was a very successful guy in broadcasting. He had a radio station that was very popular, and he sold it for In those days, they said millions. Today, they would say billions. But in those days, it was he made a lot of money. So he went out and bought a TV station.
And he could fly his own. He had a 727.
Mm-hmm.
And he always would take his friends to L.A. for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that invitation too. And one of the producers comes into me and goes, "Did Jim invite you to dinner?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "You know it's in L.A. and he's flying." And I go, "No, I did not, but he's the pilot?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah." She goes, "If you know, don't go. Don't go." This old Jim likes to take detours, and the next thing you know, instead of L.A., you're at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, yeah.
Just go over here. Let's take a left and go out to the Grand Canyon for a while. She goes, "It's hard to say when you're going to get home."
Yeah, he was quite a character. Quite a character.
Yeah.
I wonder how old he is now.
Probably about your age, maybe.
I wonder if I asked my Alexa here, I get an answer in a minute. Echo, how old is Jim Gabbard?
Jim Gabbard passed away on June 20th, 2023, at the age of 79.
Jim Gabbard died? No, and there's a picture of him. That's not Jim Gabbard. I don't know. Screw you.
He's definitely still with us.
Screw you, Echo. You know. Anyway, so he's still alive. I know he's still alive. I think I saw something about him. You know.
But yeah, that channel was great, and we always had the dogs in the commercials.
Yes. Yeah. And he was, he had fun with his TV station. Is what he did. You know.
Yeah. He liked that TV station a lot.
Yeah.
The problem with the TV show that we were doing, the Sleazy Arms Bar and Grill, is they would shoot the thing at 5 o'clock, and all the homeless alcoholics in San Francisco would show up because Sam Adams was a sponsor, so it was free beer all afternoon starting at 5 o'clock.
Wow.
So everybody would just get obliterated in there. And
yeah.
It was crazy.
Then I did another TV show, but I don't think it was for him, where I did it out of the Live 105 studios. I think you were around.
Wow.
I don't think you were around at that time.
No.
But anyway, so, in case people don't know who Chuck Farnham is to me, he was my, I called you our stunt guy.
Yeah.
We would send you out to do weird stuff. Like the time we sent you out to get into one of those, they had just installed these French outdoor toilets in San Francisco that you would put a quarter in, and then the doors would open, and you would go in, and you would do whatever you're going to do, and then you got up and left, and they would self-clean themselves.
Right. It would actually shower the inside of the place. After the toilet would go up into the wall, and it would shower the place inside.
So he suggested that he would go down there, use the toilet, pretend like he leaves, but immediately dash back in. Was that how you did it?
Well, we went in, and what I didn't know is we had that couple having sex on the floor in the thing, and you got 20 minutes, and they're going at it.
Yeah.
And I'm doing kind of a play-by-play, and
this is what we did in the morning. This is why we were so popular.
All of a sudden,
this is why I'm in the Bay Area Broadcast Hall of Fame. Go ahead, anyway.
Yeah, and I'm doing it, but then after 20 minutes, the door opens. Well, we didn't want the door open while these two were doing it, so I jimmied the door shut so it wouldn't open. Well, when you do that, unbeknownst to us, because we don't know these things, the toilet calls 911 as an emergency because they think a person is trapped in the toilet or dead or something. And now the cops have showed up. And they're like, "Hello, who's in there?" And I'm like, "I'll be out in a minute." And you can still hear these two doing it because they're going to finish.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, "Is that you, Chuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You need to open this door immediately." And I go, "Well, I can't because there's stuff going on." And they go, "Yeah, we've been listening." You know what's going on in there. And I'm like, "Well, it'll be a couple of minutes, but, we're almost done." And we open the door, and there's a big crowd outside and about 12 cops going, could you not go to the toilet and do this again? And I'm like, no, I think we've run the course on this
But
one.
didn't you do something where you stayed inside while it self-cleaned?
No, no.
I thought you did.
That you can't do because it recognizes a body in there. Those toilets are $2 million a piece.
Yeah, yeah.
So no, that would be weird. Depending on how hot the water was, you could really be a problem.
Well, I don't think it was that hot. Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought you stayed inside while it was cleaning itself. I
might have, but I don't
seem to
remember it.
remember that. Yeah.
I remember getting a very hot.
I'd forgotten about the two people having sex in it, however.
Yeah, they're very nice. They've got a couple of kids now.
Oh, really?
You hear from them every once in a while.
You hear from them every now and then, but people still stay in touch with you.
Yeah. Like, I haven't talked to him in a while, but Trevor, that guy that could blow himself, he's still around. And
well, I knew somebody that could do that. Ron Jeremy used to be able to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And the guy who from Schizo, the band, who puked in a leaf blower into the audience when he sang.
Yeah.
He was good.
Oh,
I still
okay.
talk to him.
All right. All right.
Still got a Schizo T-shirt.
Okay. So anyway, Chuck is very popular with people. Yeah.
Weirdo.
Yeah. So anyway, we had some fun times. Lori, we're doing a show in San Francisco. You know that. Are you familiar with that?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uncle Larry.
Huh?
Uncle Larry.
Oh, Larry Brown told you?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you come down, we'll put you, say hello to you on stage,
There you go.
Yeah. But I have to put you in touch with the guy who can get you in.
I do have an idea, and we'll talk about it off the air.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, so otherwise life's been okay up there in Fallon.
Yeah.
And your health is
it's
good?
cold, but it's okay.
Your health is good now?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you had some health issues.
Yeah, well, I had a gallbladder problem that was really, really ugly, and then I found out that I was allergic to that stuff that you take for if you're allergic to things, or you have hives or something.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I could,
Mm-hmm.
I get to town.
By the way, I noticed that I'm out of sync now. This happens
Really?
all the time to me, and I don't understand why.
No, you look okay here.
I know I do,
And
but,
you sound okay,
but I'm
too.
looking at the recording we're making, and I'm out of sync.
You're off.
I'm a little off, yeah. So
It happens.
well, I mean, usually I can change it, and I'm okay. But it's not working as well as it should. Here I can change the picture here, and now I'm a little more in sync, but not much. Anyway, so let me see here. Let me go here, and let me go here. There we go, and I think we're a little bit better. Yeah.
Really?
Okay. Anyway, I tried to fix
Right.
it. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice way of wasting time on this interview. Yeah.
Do what we can.
Yeah. But it's good talking to you. I haven't talked to you in a while because I was going through certain little niggling health problems.
Right.
And I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just getting really lazy and.
Yeah, you're kind of the only one I talk to about health problems, so it works out well that way.
It works out well. Yeah, well, at my age, I mean, that's all I've got to talk about. What do we do with our lives? We sit here, watch television. Mm-hmm. After we're through here, we're going to go down to the grocery store because Marjorie has to go with me because I have a hard time walking.
Right.
Yeah. And then we go down to the grocery store and I buy ribs and we come back home, and that's my excitement for the week.
Just remember to wear your pants when you're cooking them.
Well, I learned my lesson. You can say that, okay?
Yeah.
And but we both have interesting stories to tell, don't we? Even if they are of that nature.
Yeah, there's a collection of with you and me, we never go into somebody's house where they want to do some kind of an here one up you on a story because you and I've got something we can fire up that just
Oh yeah,
destroys the
yeah,
room at some point.
yeah, yeah. And that story I will never forget.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's not the kind of thing you forget. Well, listen, we've run out of time here,
Wow.
but it's certainly good talking with you again, and let's do
You
it
too,
again
sir.
soon. When I get the gumption to do it, I think we can do it in a couple of weeks.
I think we can pull that off at
Yeah.
least before Christmas.
Yep, certainly. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, the legendary, and I should say legendary, Chuck Farnham. Bye.
That's me.
Bye,
I'll be around.
Bye, Chuck. See you later.
Ciao.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Well, hello there. How are you? How are you doing? It's funny. The only person I've got here who wants to come on the show is a guy who we know is a bad guy. Okay, he's the guy who lies there on his side or something, and I tell him, don't call us and get off, and he goes, no, I won't, and all of that. So he's the only one here. Nobody else is here. And that does not make me feel well, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to close off the show, all right? Because there's nobody here. And it's 11:03 in New York. And I've had such a bad day with things not working for me that my email is out. What else is wrong? Well, this jerk is trying to call. And he just, he's a pain in the ass. But anyway, I guess that is it for tonight because nobody else is calling, and I can't understand why you're not calling. There is a Tom Yamaguchi is calling, okay? So let me just bring Tom in here. And there he is. Hello, Tom. How are you?
Hey, where's the guy lying on his side?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I came on to see him.
Oh, you wanted to see him, huh? Oh, okay.
Sure.
Well, wait a minute. Here comes, and some other people are calling finally. And he is still there. I try to remove him, and then he just keeps calling back, which is stupid. What a waste of his time and a waste of mine. You know what I wish? I wish that, turn your phone sideways there. There we go. Well, turn it the other way sideways, the other way. There you go. See? What happens is sometimes it only works in one direction. Okay, there you go. There's Charlene. No, it's just that in all the time that I've been using Zoom, they don't have anything where you can say, I want to block this person. Every other thing I have allows you to block somebody. Facebook, YouTube, whatever. If you don't want the person on, you just block them. They don't let you block them. Let me just, I forgot to bring all these people in here. There we go. There they are. I got to do a little bit of work here, but don't worry about it for now, So anyway, it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, my picture's all off here. Let me just do something here. Let me see here. This is here.
Charlene, who's the woman in the picture? Let me see.
Is that better? Wait, let's put my phone.
The woman in the picture.
It's Marilyn, yeah.
Oh, it's Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't get it. Oh, there it is. Right. You saw it a little, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not in the frame. I'm just noticing it. So nice picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe. Okay, cool.
But anyway, let me see here. Let me just, well, I don't know what to do. There we go. We can move this over, but we gotta make it smaller. I see. Here we go. There we go. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Okay. And It seems to be working much better now. Let me just do one more thing here. Let me just bring this over slightly. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I can. Oh boy, I've been. It's just like one wonderful thing after another today. Oh, he's trying again. Oh well, let him keep trying. I'm not going to answer. So, anyway, how you guys doing?
Doing okay. How long do you think Pete Hegseth is going to be around?
Oh God. Well, in most cases he would have been gone by now.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not the case. This president, to begin with, why isn't the president being considered, as being guilty of this? Because after all, isn't he the boss? Doesn't the buck stop there?
That's true.
Doesn't everything that happens under him his responsibility, whether he does it or not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
He won't take responsibility for anything. So he's got to stand up for Hegseth, otherwise he has to answer for that.
Well, he actually does have a good excuse. He was asleep at the time.
Yes, right. He didn't wake up. Amazing, isn't it? Huh? Yeah.
Well, the other day, today, I think it said that. Oh yes, I did. I didn't actually listen to it before.
Didn't listen to what before?
Oh, I need these
he left
pieces in
before
Florida.
The second attack, right? Is that what you're saying? Pete Hegseth said he actually left the room.
About Pete Hegseth, that he wasn't in the room, and now the admiral says, yeah, he wasn't in the room or something.
What kind of job is this?
I mean, come on, this is pure amateurism. It's amateur time. And of course, the White House, which now looks like the whorehouse, with all that.
The gold.
Huh?
The gold.
The gold, yeah, all of that, So, so anyway, so I've just been having problems today. My mail, I can get mail, but I can't send it. So then I had to call up to GoDaddy, and they had to go through a bunch of things with me, and then they said, well, we'll fix it within 24 hours. I'm sorry, I need it now. But I can always answer my mail on another account that I have, so, screw that. In the meantime, but, it's always one thing or another. Something or another goes out on me, and it's horrible. It's just horrible. So anyway, I don't know why this guy keeps sitting there trying to get in. What is his problem? Wouldn't you give up by now? But anyway, it is what went on in the waters off of Venezuela is highly illegal. It's highly illegal. By the way, I looked it up today. I was saying to Marjorie, I said, now, who is in charge of the White House? And if you want to make changes to the White House, who do you have to ask and get approval from? And the answer was Congress. He has to get he couldn't tear down that wing without the authority of Congress. And he couldn't even, I think, he could do some moderate decorating, say, of the Oval Office. Okay? But, I mean, tearing down that whole east wing, that had to be approved. And he didn't do anything about it. And nobody's sitting there complaining that he didn't ask anybody's permission. And what he should be made to do is to go back and put that whole east wing back up.
Put it back again. Right?
Yeah. And while you're at it, what was it, the lawn that he removed? I think maybe he should do something about that, too. He should have to put the lawn back. It's just terrible what this guy does. And he has
all the rose bushes he ripped out, too. He ripped out those beautiful roses and stuff.
Well, he has terrible taste.
I know.
I wouldn't want him decorating anything I had.
Yep.
You know, but he thinks he knows how to make great hotels and so on. They all look like whorehouses too. You know, so. And I've seen better whorehouses in Nevada. You know, so anyway, what's
Well, I
new?
was listening. Yeah, I was listening earlier on KQED FM. They have a regular show called Political Breakdown, and they were doing a segment tonight on the aesthetics. It was a reporter for Vox was talking about the aesthetics of fashion in the Trump White House among women, and he says he wants all the women in his administration to look like the women on Fox News.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again, a whorehouse. You know, the women on Fox. I mean, what the trouble with Fox was? I mean, they got in a lot of trouble for that. You know, I mean, it used to be, of course, back in the days of what's his name, the guy who died,
Roger Ailes.
Roger Ailes. He literally would have women come in and model for him the clothes he was going to have them wear, and he only got women who had certain attributes. Okay.
Yeah.
And that place did look like a whorehouse.
Yeah.
Lately, they go out and get an occasional unattractive woman to be part of their staff, but nothing new, you know.
Yeah.
So it's sad. It's
A
just
lot
sad.
of plastic surgery, a lot of Botox.
Yeah, you know, we're getting to the point where we're almost down to his first year. Okay, we got 3 more of these to go.
I know. I won't make it through.
And
I
I'm
can't.
exhausted. I don't know about you. You know.
I've had enough. I can't take anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. We have nobody waiting to come on the show besides you guys. Well, so what? Nice bunch of people. You know. You know, if some people would like to call, be fine. All I have sitting here is Adam, and it's almost getting so bad these days, I'm about ready to put him on. You know, I mean.
So we could watch him lay on his side.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been able to figure out how we can find out who he is or how we can block him, because Zoom does not give you that ability. You should be able to say, oh, this guy, I don't want him ever to be able to get on the show. Block him. You know, it's a very simple process. All the, you know, Facebook does it and YouTube does it. And I think even a lot of the things like, what do you call it? Where you Twitter used to do it. Now I guess X, you can probably block people in that. So why can't they do it? What's so difficult?
I don't know.
Yeah. And then they write me and say, well, you know, you really shouldn't publish your address because they... No, I should be able to publish my address so people can call this show and not worry about people like this Adam asshole calling the program and just sitting there for an hour. If I could just flip a thing and say, hey, you know, don't allow him on, it should make him disappear and never be able to call the program again. So I don't know. I don't get it. Explain it all to me. I'm getting too old for this crap. You know.
I think everybody is overloaded.
I know. I am. I'm too old for all this stuff,
Well, for all the stuff. I mean, besides,
especially Trump.
and especially Adam Solomon. Yeah. So, Adam, you may as well hang up. I'm not coming to you, and I'm not going to talk about you anymore either. So, goodbye. In fact, let me just remove him one more time and see what happens. Okay, remove. Boom, boom. There we go. He's gone. Let's see how fast it takes for him to get back again. It'll be any second now. Watch. Maybe one night, at a certain point, maybe I should just change the address for the first time in how many years? And just change the address, and then all of you guys can just go to gabnet.net and just click on the link, and it'll work okay. But maybe this idiot won't know the difference. So, well, he hasn't called back. I guess he gave up. Anyway, we need some more callers, folks. Come on. You know, we can't, don't make me live in misery like this. I mean, not that these people are miserable. I like Tom a lot. I like Charlene. Jeff, I adore, good friend. But I could use a few more so we could get into a discussion. Yes.
So something that I got to listen to early today, and yet I didn't have the opportunity to listen to anything. And it was about a guy who killed or tried to kill Democrats 5 years ago.
Oh, you're talking about the person that set the pipe bomb?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that too. Yeah.
That was
And I guess
that was actually pipe bombs that were left at the RNC and the DNC both. And so they finally arrested him this morning.
Hmm.
did you see his picture of him or
I haven't seen a picture.
what his name was?
No, I haven't seen
But
it.
I
They
got to
used
tell
his
you,
name, but I don't remember it.
I got to tell you, he didn't hurt anybody. I don't believe. You remember?
No, they
Yeah.
dismantled the bombs. The bombs were capable of going off.
Wait a minute. Let me get.
They were able to dismantle them.
Okay, let me put in a little argument in here. They were capable of going off,
But they did.
but they didn't.
Right.
So they didn't hurt anybody.
Right.
So what's the big whoop? You left them on the street corner somewhere? I mean, how guilty is he of something?
Well, he's going to argue. It's already said he's going to argue that he should deserve a pardon as much as anybody else on January 6th that day. That's the argument.
Oh, because he was one of those people.
Yeah, because he was there to protest, and that he, I don't know. He'll probably said he was framed for something like that.
Well, you really can't get a pardon anymore unless you're a major drug dealer.
Right.
I mean,
have something. You have to have something that Trump wants.
you have to have something Trump wants. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know how he can go after Venezuela like he is, but Honduras is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't, it doesn't make any sense to me. Of course, I'm expecting sense to be made out of
Donald
anything
Trump,
Trump
right?
does.
If Trump sees something in it for him, that's where he goes.
Yeah.
If Trump sees something in it for him, that's where he
Well,
goes.
maybe it's 400 tons of coke.
Or maybe, or maybe it's the political influence in Honduras.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe, somebody gets a friend in, and the friend, benefits.
No,
the
but
Trump
did
family
you
one
did
way
you
or
see
another.
how to begin with? I thought it was the president of Honduras that asked, but the current one.
No.
But I don't think it was.
No, it's former.
But he's the former one.
Yeah.
But I suppose the person who was asking for him to be pardoned was the current
Right.
premier or president or whatever they have in Honduras. But it turns out now that wasn't it. You know what happened?
What?
This guy, I can't remember his name right now, wrote the president and started it out, "Dear Excellency,
Oh, jeez.
I know how much trouble you've been going through this year, and I've been going through the same problem as the result of the Biden administration.
Yeah.
You are a wonderful person, and I hope you will give me a pardon." And that was enough for Trump to give it to him. Flattery.
Right. Yes.
This
Yeah.
is a guy, if you want to talk about drug dealers, this is a guy who allowed about 400,000 tons of cocaine to come to the United States. Not that I mind, but, have a little consistency in what you do. And there's no consistency there. Why does he hate Venezuela? What's he got out for Venezuela? And
Oil.
Huh?
Oil.
You
Oil.
think so? Oh, okay.
Oil.
Well, let's go to the other thing though. What's with what's the people he's trying to get now? Get kicked out.
Somalia?
The Somalians.
Yeah.
Where did they come from? Where did
Well,
that?
they're all black people, so
Well, no,
they're
that's fine. I understand that part of it. But I mean, why all of a sudden out of a clear blue sky? I mean, I knew that we were going to try and get Afghanis out of the country or whatever, and on some weird logical level that maybe makes some kind of weird sense. But Somalia?
yeah.
You know, I don't even know where Somalia is on the map, to
Yeah,
be
where
honest
is
with
it?
you.
I wanted to know.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
in-
Africa?
Yeah,
Something?
it's in Africa.
Yeah.
It's on the north, I guess,
Yeah.
northeast, sort of
So,
like towards Egypt, that area. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so anyway, that was the big whoop there. You know.
Yeah.
I don't get what hard on does he have for Somalians?
He's a racist.
Well, he's obviously a
Well, he's a
racist. I mean, there's no question in my mind now that he's an absolute racist. You know, it was easy at one point to call him a racist, and maybe he was, and maybe he wasn't. But now he's proved himself to be utterly a racist and a horrible human being, I might add. You know, so what the hell? So, what else is there happening that we should talk about? Anything? Is there anything? Well,
Yeah, it's,
Probably thinking something.
unless somebody can call with something for us to talk about, I might call this thing off early. I don't know. And then on top of that, my mouse needs charging. So I just, but I charged the mouse earlier during the show, so it's up to 20% now, so I'm fine. The worst thing could happen is I could lose my mouse now. So anyway, what's new with you, Charlene? Anything you've been doing?
I don't know. I watch a lot of like YouTube stuff. I was watching the old Labor Day Jerry Lewis telethons and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, because I started with the Jerry Lewis, and then now I'm getting the telethons. It's like every day's Labor Day for me.
What are you doing? Watching YouTube?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
love YouTube. It's crazy,
No,
right?
I
Like,
love YouTube too.
yeah, and then sometimes they have free movies. Oh, I rewatched Looking for Mr. Goodbar, which that was an amazing film. I had forgotten how great that was.
What was that one with Diane Keaton?
Diane Keaton, yeah. And she's, that was a real groundbreaking movie. I thought it was only rated was it GP or PG? I thought back in those days it should be an R because it was pretty violent. And then somebody said the ending was like Psycho. Do you remember the ending when it's like the lights flashing. It was like a version of Psycho at the end. But that was a great movie.
Not one of the most remembered films, though. You're the only one who could dig it up. I had almost forgotten it existed.
Yeah, I
Really?
never saw it.
Well, maybe because I'm a woman, and I never realized Diane Keaton was such a great actress though until she died.
Well, if you
Because,
if you think she's a great actress, go back and watch her in The Godfather.
Yeah.
She's terrible.
Yeah, she was in that. Yeah.
Just terrible.
Right.
And she didn't get much better in Godfather 2.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
Except that I could say it was a badly written script, but, everybody else seemed to do the script okay.
But her big thing was like Woody Allen kind of, because I started trying to watch Manhattan again. And that was Mariel Hemingway, though, wasn't it, or something? But
but
Woody Allen with Annie Hall, and, he put her in a lot of film, too, right? And,
I think she's in Manhattan, but she's singing a song or something in Manhattan. Or maybe
Yeah.
Radio Days, I know she is singing a song.
But I just remember all that, the Annie Hall and I was wearing vests, and like she wore the men's trousers and all that. It was kind of like she was like a Katharine Hepburn or something.
Well, it was a good look.
Yeah.
It was a interesting kind of.
But I think as she
fashion.
went on and got older, she kind of, but she was doing all those crazy parent movies with Steve Martin. What was it, The Bride?
Parenthood.
Or Father of the Bride. Was
Father
she
of the
in that too?
Bride. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was she in that?
Yeah, I can't remember all of them, but you know, I don't know. I think she was better when she was younger in a way, though.
We were all better when we were
Right.
younger.
But I just remember that movie. You know, when she passed away, I started remembering everything she had done. You know.
I was never a
And
big fan of hers. You know, I
yeah,
thought she
yeah,
was
she was
okay.
very quirky, like very quirky, and
I
you
would
know.
never say to somebody, "Oh, geez, there's a new Diane Keaton movie. Let's go down and see it." I never said that.
Mhm.
You know?
I just used to, when I was younger, watch every movie that was made practically, if I could, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how I saw Good Bar and all that. But that was like from a true story, though. Sort of like what are those other films that are, you know, like this Summer of Sam? Like
I
it was
make it.
actually a
I make it
story.
a thing of mine that I will never go to a film anymore that was based on a true story.
Mm.
You know,
Mhm.
because who cares? You know, if it was based on a true story.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a point at which almost every other movie was based on a true story. So, what the hell?
Right, right.
You know.
Are there any good things coming out that you know of, Alex? Because, you know, really there's nothing, even in the theaters and stuff, right?
I'm trying
That
to.
I know that.
I'm trying to think. You know, I
But
mean,
don't they get released like after Christmas because everybody goes to the movies?
no,
Because,
they
you know,
get usually during December
yeah,
because for Oscar consideration, you have to be released before the first of the year.
right, right.
You know, and so a lot of studios, and you only I think have to be in a theater in New York City for
Or
1
LA.
week or something like that in order
To
to qualify.
qualify.
Los Angeles. I thought it was Los Angeles.
Maybe Los Angeles too. I don't know. One or the other. But it was New York, but it was also, I think, Los Angeles as well. You could do that instead. So that's why Netflix, for instance, puts movies in a theater for a week and then they go directly to Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And they don't care if nobody watches them in the theater. It's just a matter they can then be considered for Oscar contention.
Did you see Frankenstein?
Yes.
What did you think? Did you
Thought it
like
was
it?
terrific. Thought it was just terrific.
Yeah.
Inspired. Yeah. Did you see it at all, Tom?
No, I haven't. I'll tell you one thing. Is this the Frankenstein that's more true to the Mary Shelley book?
Well, this is closer to the Mary Shelley story
I'll
because
tell you the truth. There was a number of years ago. I said, you know what? I should. I've seen Frankenstein in the movie, the
Yeah.
original 30s thing. I said, I like to read the book and see what the book's
actually I've been told the book's not bad.
It's terrible.
Oh, it is.
I really think that the book is not very good.
But it does have a lot of the elements that
It's very confusing at the beginning.
that he did.
I
in
could
this
never get
version.
through it. I tried when I was young to read that book and Dracula too.
I read. Well, I haven't read Dracula, but anyway, I read the Frankenstein, and I was just really surprised that how disappointing it was, and I actually liked the movie better. And now, especially with Young Frankenstein, I love Young Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
That is just
Yeah, me too.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very good movie. Very funny movie.
Yeah, yeah. But this Frankenstein, the end of it is the way the Mary Shelley book ended,
Right.
which is up in the North Pole or up in the Arctic or wherever, And I like what he did with it. I thought he did a great job with it.
Watch it sometime. I have to watch it sometime.
Dracula, I did read Dracula once. And do you know that people think that's a horror story? It's really not. It was written as what's called a Gothic romance. A Gothic romance was always a story about a young girl who gets seduced by an older man who comes to town, and is very mysterious. Well, how's that different from Dracula? Except that Dracula, over the years, as they've made movies about it and more movies, became more of a horror story than anything else. But originally, it was meant as a Gothic romance. So you can imagine that, folks. But I always enjoyed Dracula. I always thought. Do you know that there was a trivia question once? Which fictional character has been made into more movies than any other fictional character? And I don't have to tell you because we've just been talking about it.
It was Dracula.
Dracula.
How about that?
Dracula has been made more times in film and on stage and everything else than any other character. So take that, Rhett Butler. You know. But anyway, why is nobody else calling tonight? Is it?
I know, it's weird.
You know, I'm thinking about just killing Thursdays. I really am. I just see no reason for Thursday anymore. Not that you people aren't wonderful and I don't enjoy talking with you, but
Well, usually it's Charlie and
the
Alan.
show works better when we have like maybe 6 to 8 people here, you know.
Well, you could take your birthday off. That's going to be a Thursday.
That's going to be on a Thursday? Okay, I'll do that.
Exactly 2 weeks from today is going to be your birthday.
Yeah, right.
December, yeah. It's
right.
December.
And I have let's see here. I have my doctor appointment. It's 2 days beforehand. My oncologist for my leukemia. You know, all he does is draw blood. Speaking of Dracula, all he does is draw blood. And he just draws it out of me like crazy. I mean, they get like 5 tubes of blood.
Really?
Yeah.
They're testing everything, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what's great. I've told you this before. I have this, I have an Apple Watch. I'm not wearing it right now because I'm charging it. But I have an Apple Watch. And I go there. This is Mount Sinai. And I have a thing called My Mount Sinai, which, I can go on after the fact and look
Like
at
a
all
portal or something,
all the
right?
results of my tests and so on and so forth. So it is also hooked up to my watch. So I will sit there, and they will draw all this blood out of me, right? Then I will go into the other room and sit there. Marjorie usually comes with me, and we'll sit there waiting for the doctor to come in. And he doesn't come in till he starts getting the blood tests back. But I know when he's getting the blood tests back because they start coming up on my watch. And so as I'm sitting there, ding, 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 So that's what's so much fun. So I find out real fast how good or bad my blood is. And then he looks at it, he says, don't worry about it, it looks fine, it's okay. What looks bad to you when you look at the results, because with blood tests, there's always something where they go, it's out of range, This is out of range, that is out of range. And the doctor comes in and says, it's out of range, but it's not bad. So I go to him every 6 months, and he checks on me to make sure I'm okay. And if I'm not okay, he'll give me a pill. What?
I just thought of something that we could talk about. The Supreme Court came down on a ruling on the Texas gerrymandering.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just basically said, you go with the new map.
Yeah. Well, to begin with,
it was like 6-3.
To begin with, if I were on the Supreme Court, I'd vote against them for this reason, that they really should wait until either they have a vote on the part of the people to do that, or it's a new census and they can establish the new congressional districts and how many there are. Now, in California, they actually had the people vote on it.
Yeah, we had to. I mean, it was literally law because we had to change the Constitution because the redistricting commission was set into the Constitution. Mm-hmm. So in order to change it, it had to be put on the ballot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was that particular thing, and it was it was okay. It's legal in California. I don't think the Supreme Court could ever have to. They couldn't go to the Supreme Court about it.
I wouldn't put it past them to overturn the California overturn the California proposition. I mean, they're so corrupt. The Supreme Court is just so corrupt. I just can't believe it.
Well, it used to be that you always waited for the Supreme Court to come out with a decision because they were usually They were usually fair. Okay?
Right.
You know? But now they just go along political lines. And that's not the way the Supreme Court's supposed to rule. How they're supposed to rule is the only job they have is to interpret the Constitution in any particular case. And if the Constitution is, if you have a particular case and they see that it is unconstitutional, then they can get rid of it, right? But they don't do that anymore. And I think that's, incredible. So anyway, I'm trying to think here. Is there anything else that was in the news that was fun or silly or goofy? Nah. They lit the Christmas tree last night. You were there, right?
Well, I tried to get there and I, couldn't see it. But then when I went on YouTube, I saw
It's
what I
a very
missed.
big tree. You should be able to see it.
Well, they wouldn't let you get to Fifth Avenue. I got as far as the Rainbow Room, Radio City area, and they had everything blocked off that, you couldn't get through. So it was all right. They said I should come tonight. Tonight would have been a good night after the television thing that they had,
Well, you go today and look at it, it's fine.
But Alex, I've seen that tree. I just went because the girl wanted to go. I have seen that tree so many times that I know what it is and I've seen it, Once you've seen it, you've seen it.
I'm
right?
trying to think if I ever saw it.
It is beautiful. It's big, Rockefeller Center is beautiful and the people are skating and Saks is across the street and, St. Patrick's Cathedral.
You know how they started that tree?
Oh, how did they start the tree? Yeah.
They were building Rockefeller Center. They had all the ground dug up and everything. They figured, it's Christmas time. What are we going to put in the center here for the time being? And they went and got a 12-foot tree and just put it in the center of where they were building. Well, about 2 years later, they said, the tree isn't a bad idea. So then they started putting up the bigger trees.
It got bigger and bigger as time went on.
Yeah.
I saw a vlogger today, and he was in the kids' zoo in Central Park, and he said that somebody chained a bear to a tree in the 1800s or something, and that was what started. People would go into the park to see this chained-up bear, and slowly, that's what he said. I don't know if it's right, but, I thought that was a wild story.
Chained-up bear?
Yeah, and it progressed that they decided to put more animals, as time went by. And
So
in the
that's how
1930s, it was built. And
So that's how the Central Park Zoo got to be?
that's what this vlogger, I assume he researched it before he said something like that. But he was vlogging today through the zoo in Central Park. And then he went to the Empire State Building yesterday and was, But it's funny, everything was 1930. Like Macy's, I think that was 1930. And the Empire State Building, I think was 1930s, right?
Right.
For some reason, a lot of stuff was getting built. And didn't they say the Empire State Building went up so fast? In a year it was finished and it was such a big building or
Oh,
something?
yeah, it was fast. It was very fast.
Today it would take, 2 years or something, right? Or maybe longer.
I don't know. Today it would take forever.
Yeah.
But it only took about a year and a half, something like that.
That's we mentioned that ballroom thing, the fiasco. That really, I never thought he was going to, put a wrecking ball to the West Wing or whatever. But I think I saw that they said they want to make a heated dance floor because nobody wants to dance on a cold floor. I mean, are they going to allow him to do, I haven't heard whether they're proceeding now with the construction, are they doing something?
Oh, well, I haven't seen anything happening with it yet.
No, it
Have you?
seems like it's stalled, right?
Huh?
Is it stalled?
I think so.
I hope so because.
Well, I mean, it's not stalled. I think it's going ahead. They had a list of all the people that have
The donators,
donators, and it was pretty terrible, actually, to be honest with you.
I don't think anybody said, okay, I'll be there. I think Trump made the list,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And he expected them to show up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's ridiculous, and it's not good. I'm trying to do something here. Excuse me. I'm trying to fix things while I'm doing nothing.
I'll tell you, Alex, once I saw that, that really pissed me off. Can I say that?
What?
Sure you can.
I really got pissed off when I saw that. I mean, I know he's done a million horrible things, but that one, I was like, what the hell was that? I mean, how do you, and then, you were saying last night that he ruined the Lincoln, bedroom and stuff, and
Oh, it's not the
I
Lincoln
mean-
bedroom he ruined. It's the bathroom.
yeah, but it's like, why would you do that? Like, this is,
Because you're
Historical
because you're an idiot, a tasteless human being who
Yeah.
has no taste,
A
and
jerk, yeah.
terrible, terrible, just terrible.
and put the Oval Office back the way it was, too, because
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he doing? That's what I get sick of. I don't want to see, like, we're not even in fully a whole year. When is a whole year? Like, it's coming.
A whole year's coming.
January 20th.
Yeah.
But then we have 3 more years.
Right, exactly.
And if he lives, what the hell is he going to do next? Because, I mean, he's got to do some crazy thing, like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of it already. And like you said, the Supreme Court, it's not working the way it used to. I've never seen something like this. It's like
Well, the Supreme
crazy.
Court,
isn't
the
it?
Supreme Court is terrible. It is
Yep.
just, it's horrible. And
It's a travesty. Yeah.
well, it's I mean, you're not supposed to be political. You're supposed to read the law. You are a judge, and I don't know, I mean, we've had conservative courts in the past, but they haven't been the same way on everything, just gotten ridiculous. I mean, they gave this president the fact that I think he can't be indicted for anything or found
Yeah.
guilty for anything he does while in office. Well, what if
Well,
he...
as I said before, I mean, if Nixon had this Supreme Court, he basically wouldn't have had to resign because those tapes would have been, they would have ruled that he didn't have to release them. That
Right.
Yep.
that anything he did or said, it was a part of the duties of the presidency.
Mm-hmm.
So history would be totally different. I mean, Nixon would have been able to serve out his full 2 terms, and I'm not just me that say it was John Dean that said it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense to me on any of these decisions that they're making. But what the hell? What are you going to do?
Yeah, there's nothing we can do. It's sick.
Yeah.
Gets
Well,
me
there's
upset.
There's the midterms,
Yeah.
And I know they've been making a big fuss about this Tennessee congressional election, but there's some truth in it. I mean, the fact is that this is a district that Trump won by 22 points.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republican was only able to get reelected by 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very possible, even with all the gerrymandering that's going on, that the
Right.
Democrats could really retake Congress. And I sure hope so, because otherwise we're really screwed.
Yep.
Really
Yeah.
screwed for the next 3 years.
Well, it's really a good question as to why we have to deal with this at all. I mean, why we can't believe in the Congress, why we can't believe in the Senate, why we
Right.
can't believe, it's just an amazing thing where the Supreme Court can just overrule just about anything.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay? So,
I can't make any sense out of it.
And Congress is ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, it really depresses me.
I don't even know what they do.
Huh?
I don't know what they do. Do they actually come up together and decide to think about some ideas, or they just, I don't know what
What,
they
the
did.
individual justices?
The congressman.
Oh, the congressman. Oh, the congressman. Well, they're starting to go against Trump now. It's starting to happen, mainly because they're feeling the upcoming midterms happening, and they realize that if they've been kind of going in there and hanging out with Trump and being nicey nice with Trump and they're defending him for stuff he does that you really can't defend, all right, then they aren't going to look too good to their constituency. Their constituency, most of those places that voted Republican can go back and forth, There's only a certain amount of these areas of the country where they're so strongly Republican that it's not going to hurt them. In fact, they've got to be kind of pro-Trump. But, a lot of these other areas, they don't have to. And a lot of these Republicans know they're going to be in a big amount of trouble if they don't do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
That's the way things are going. So are you all happy that Christmas season is here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to skip Christmas once in a while, Like, how your father always said Christmas.
I'm Jewish. We skipped it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you didn't even have a Hanukkah bush. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to call it a Hanukkah bush, okay?
Right.
It's a Christmas tree,
But really, I don't get that excited. Like, I think every other year maybe, or, it's what is it? Like the Black Friday and all that? It's to make money, really. That's what it is.
Well, you
right?
know something? The one thing I did like about the Christmas tree was the fact that you were bringing something from outdoors indoors, And that was kind of nice. It kind of had a nice thing about it, But outside of that, it's just the whole thing. The pressure of Christmas. Oh, we got to give gifts.
Yeah, I'm feeling that pressure already. Yeah.
What happened to the old days where you got an apple? I mean, it's just the Gentiles have ruined their own holiday. That's the funny part about it.
Right. It's all like, what is the hot thing this year that people are giving?
I'm all for a holiday that talks about love and happiness and family
Too much
and so on.
materialism,
But we already have Thanksgiving. Do we need? What are you going to say? You going to say something there, Tom?
Well, just agreeing. I mean, Thanksgiving is a great holiday to have, and you don't have to give expensive gifts to each other. Just people just be able to share a meal together.
Yeah. And then also what you do is you do this horrible thing about creating this myth for children that this thing called Santa Claus really exists. And then at some point you're going to have to tell them that it doesn't, and you're going to have a kid who's going to be depressed for a couple of weeks, right?
Right. It causes a lot of psychological.
It's the other way around. It's basically the kid that realizes, there is no Santa Claus, and now it's trying to keep the parents from knowing that you know.
Right.
Is that it? I didn't understand. Maybe that sounds
true.
that sounds logical.
Well, let's pretend I don't know.
Yeah, you can't tell them, or you won't get any gifts because you know that they're Santa. So I better pretend now that I like this guy's Santa and all this. I know I don't believe in it, but I won't get anything then if they think I don't believe, right?
Right, exactly.
Well, I mean, so yeah, you're absolutely correct. I mean, and I also, and the Easter rabbit, that's another one. I think
It's the bunny.
The Easter bunny. What? What? I mean, I don't know. My parents, I'll tell you how my parents handled Santa Claus. They never told me he existed. We just didn't, Santa Claus didn't exist in my house. I liked getting presents at Christmas time, but I didn't think some big fat elf dropped it under my tree. But then again, we didn't have a tree.
Right.
But what happened was my birthday is a week before Christmas.
Yeah.
And so when it was my birthday, I got a lot of presents. My parents, they were piled up. And come Christmas, they were piled up again. My parents were very good about that. They didn't rob me. You know, if I had my birthday in the middle of July, I would get two separate amounts of gifts. So they felt it should be the same, even though I was only a week away from Christmas. So, you know.
Right, right. I know a lot of kids got messed up from that because if it falls too close to Christmas, you don't get anything for the birthday because they just gave you a lot of stuff. So
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I think it's I just think that it's nice to have a holiday, and I think Thanksgiving suffices for that. I mean, that's a really nice family holiday. Unless, of course, you have a uncle that voted for Trump, and then you've got
yeah,
a
and then you
terrible.
can't go because you're going to argue with them. Yeah, have a big fight on Thanksgiving over politics, right?
Yeah. So anyway, what I love today is that all the Republicans are trying to excuse why Trump was falling asleep the other day.
Yeah.
He just worked so hard.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's up at 3:00 in the morning putting out tweets or whatever those things are. He calls them, but Truth Social things. That he gets tired. He gets really tired. Well, then don't do them at night. Go to sleep, wake up, and then do your job. But he doesn't even do his job.
He doesn't even.
Right. They're
know.
complaining now, right? Isn't he spending less time now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He doesn't
How
get
could
it.
he spend less time than none at all like before? You know, I mean, he's not doing his job. He's
Nope.
not saying, "Hey, here," and also all the stuff he's doing has nothing to do with this country. It
Right.
has to do with Venezuela. It has to do with Russia. It has to do with what's happening in Ukraine. None of it has to do with the problems we got right here in the United States.
Yeah, he's not concerned at all about.
And no,
what
how he
our
solves that
problems
problem
are.
is he tells you the economy's better than it's ever been.
Yeah, just like his MRI.
I'm sorry,
results
I'm
and
looking
everything.
around. I don't see a better economy, all right? I mean, I wish there were a better economy, but there isn't, all right?
It's getting worse, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, listen, I came into quite a bit of money, so I shouldn't care. But things are getting too expensive.
Yep.
Well, Marjorie went out to lunch today with a girlfriend, and she brings me back a Cobb salad. How cheap is a Cobb salad if you want to buy it somewhere? It should be something like $15, maybe. You know, I don't know how much it costs, but she and a girlfriend went to this restaurant, and I looked at because it came with the food she bought me, the receipt for the whole thing. The meal was $150 for the two of them.
Whoa.
You know, I mean, that's just getting ridiculous. And I'm not going to blame the place that, served her the food and charged her for it, because they're having to pay more for the goods that they're using
Right.
to produce that lunch for you. But I mean, it's getting to the point where, I was looking online today, and suddenly you see the prices going up because of the tariffs, especially on electronics, which is something that I'm interested in. And I was looking at a thing called a QNAP RAID, which is a bunch of hard drives, so you have a lot of data storage. All right, I bought the one that I was looking at today, a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, for $350. It's now almost $800.
Wow. What a jump.
And I looked at it a couple of months ago, and it had only gone up maybe 100 or so. But because of the tariffs, where do all these parts come from?
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, it's terrible for a lot of people. I'll tell you, I was seeing that they were talking about that mom and pop stores are going out of business like crazy. You know, and this is Trump doesn't care about these people because he never had to be that kind of person.
Right.
He never had to live with
know
those
what
kind
it's
of people.
about.
He doesn't know what it's like to go out and buy lunch somewhere. He doesn't know what it's like to, have to buy a new car or something like that. And so he thinks everything's wonderful, everything's terrific. Well, I'm sorry, it's not. And so I don't know what, he has no sympathy for the average American because he isn't the average American. He's always lived a privileged life in which he was separated from the rest of the public. All right? So, I don't know. I mean, we keep talking about this, we'll just continue to be depressed about it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm not going to be depressed.
Huh?
I refuse to be depressed.
You refuse to be depressed. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
fighting back. I
It's a
mean,
good answer.
we're as I said, the recent elections, we have, people are finally waking up, and hopefully we can save this.
When
thing.
are the next ones again? Is it next year again?
Yeah.
No, right.
The next year will be our the midterms, so we'll have
Oh, next year.
primaries in the spring, and then in November we'll have an election, and
Okay.
the entire House will be up for election, and 1/3 of the Senate, I think. Yeah.
yeah,
1/3.
yeah. So it's next. The midterms are very important because
Yeah.
what they will do is if we can regain at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's as Jeff was saying. I mean, we basically have a Congress that just refuses to do their job. I mean, we basically are let a president fight a war or declare war without any kind of say from Congress,
Exactly.
and
That's what just
and
happened, right?
deprive people of their rights to due process. I mean,
Right.
it's outrageous.
Well, I mean, what's going to happen is I hope we can win back at least the House. That would be good. If we can win back the House and the Senate, that's going to be terrific. Because then we can overrule anything. All right?
Right.
And we can make them put back the East Wing.
Put it back where it used to be and leave it alone.
Put it back where it used to be. And also, the East Lawn, was it?
Is that where they did the Easter egg rolls and all that? Yeah.
No, that's where they tiled it over. What is that stuff?
Oh, that patio thing. That he
Yeah,
made.
and you put little things there. It looks like a mall where you eat for lunch right after you come out of the whorehouse. Anyway, hey, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys stuck with me tonight. And for everybody else, screw you. Gee, I wish you had better things to do. But anyway, so I'm sorry for the rest of you, but we had a nice time here, and I will remember these people for as long as I live with great appreciation. Thank you very much, Tom Yamaguchi. I appreciate it. Same to you, Jeff, and same to you, Charlene. Everybody, give a big wave goodbye. I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. Okay, there they go, folks. That's our citizen panel for tonight. And there'll be another one tomorrow night. By the way, Amy is back tonight. She's coming right after us. And you can call her on Zoom, and you can get her Zoom address but simply by going to the gabnet.net site and go down to the third row, and her name is down there. Click on that, and you can talk to her. In the meantime, I'll see you again tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life. And in the meantime, as always, if you see her, of course, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye, everybody.